Bandidos, fellow zombie slayers, welcome to an electrifying episode of The Division 2 Zombie Apocalypse Survival Guide. I'm your fearless guide through the zombie-fied streets of the nation's capital.
Hello, zombies? Not in our country!
And today, I'm going to be showing you the path to Mega XP and the best loot in the game, arming you with 3 no-scope, one-shot kill builds that you can run with all directives. Hit like and comment Reanimated if that sounds good to you. Now, I know what you're thinking, Bandidos. Zombies in The Division 2? Has someone been sneaking peeks at my fanfiction again? But hold on to your tactical helmets because it's all true. The Reanimated global event is here. And before we dive into the juicy details, make sure you activate the event in your season menu. It's like ordering a zombie fighting pizza with extra headshot damage toppings. Once the season is on, you're powered up for headshots and your build will hit approximately 2 times harder to the head than without the game mode. This opens up a world of build opportunities for you to have fun with during this event. And speaking of headshots, survival step 2, get ready to channel your inner sharpshooter. Land those headshots or those baddies will rise again. Each headshot will release a green cloud that's not just a stanky corrosive surprise that damages our zombie friends. It's also a healing mist for you. Who needs a spa day when you can get pampered by zombie clouds? And here's the cherry on top. Bonus XP for headshot kills. It's like leveling up while getting a head start on your cardio routine. Zombie hunting does wonders for those glutes, let me tell you. Now, if you're as serious about XP as I am about finding the last Twinkie in Zombieland, listen up. The global directives can multiply your XP gains by up to 125%. And now this is the time to be turning these on. That's like getting a jackpot of XP with the side of victory fries. This is the way to the best loot in the game. Each time you level up your character while this event is on, you will earn red stars. You'll be earning those shiny red stars faster than a sprinting zombie chasing its man burger. And what do you do with those red stars, you ask? You'll spend them like a high roller at the seasoned vendor for named item, legacy, or exotic caches. All right, that's enough chit chat. I know you're all dying to see these headshot wizard builds that'll have zombies begging for mercy. And mercy ain't on the menu, my friends. Now, I won't keep you waiting because let's face it, zombies have the attention span of a goldfish on a caffeine binge. So in this special build video, I'm gonna turbocharge through 3 max XP farm builds that'll have you tearing through Zeds like a chainsaw through butter. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell because these zombies may be brainless, but your survival strategies don't have to be. This is a really important build, especially for the Reanimated global event, which this one is extremely tailored to. Now, it's built around the M1A CQB, a highly celebrated weapon in the Division 2. It's a beast. Now, you're gonna want to pay attention to every detail of the build because we had to perfect it in order to get it to work perfectly. These mods are important. I got a 3% headshot damage mod here. I got 5 extra rounds. I got 10% reload speed and the 20% stability suppressor. So the CQB is cool because it's got 320 RPM and a mag size of 15. This one is extremely focused on the rifle, but all weapons are usable. But also the RPM and mag size. So basically it makes it very, very good for spawn killing. I mean, absolutely amazing. When that spawn door opens, I just wham on that trigger in the general area and they all die. And when the smoke clears, there's nobody standing. So we got rifle damage, crit damage, damage to armor. The reload is 2 seconds. The talent is determined. Let me read it first. After killing an enemy with a headshot, the weapon damage next shot landed on any enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. Okay, I'm running sharpshooter. You're gonna have to run sharpshooter, and that's because sharpshooter is giving 15% more weapon damage to our rifles. It's also giving us 15% more stability through the talent called breathe control. So take advantage of that. My other weapon is the Nemesis. I do want to make a note here that my expertise is level 5 on the M1A CQB. Of course, I could have made it higher, but I wanted to minimize how much I invested into it in case you're a new player. But you're going to need just a little bit, so try going to expertise 5. So you want stable damage is my point, and the memento gives that to us. It's going to give us 30% weapon damage that the enemies cannot take away. And you can get more on the short-term buffs if you're playing into that, and we definitely are. The most important part of this build is that 10% bonus armor per blue core. We're running all 6, and we have 1.9 million armor. So that's basically 1.2 million in bonus armor off a single trophy. That's 1 kill. Don't skip out on that. So we thought hotshots is still pretty good, mostly because we wanted that weapon handling, and that 30% headshot damage was actually the most efficient way to pick up headshot damage. So we went ahead and put on the 3rd piece. But we're not using the 4-piece talent because this is not an MMR. It's not a sniper, and headache does not work on rifles. So don't let this confuse you. So we got armor armor, headshot damage, protection from elites. On the gloves, it's more armor and headshot damage. And the holster is our third piece with armor and headshot damage. The knees are pretty obvious, so we're running the Fox's Prayer. That gives you 10% rifle damage. So we got armor, damage to targets out of cover, and headache. Hey Bandidos, the community we have built together wouldn't have been possible without you. So as a thank you for supporting my channel and the community, I'm bringing you the hookup on member perks, including even more Division 2 content and the celebrated gaming music playlists. So the chest piece is Habsburg for 15% headshot damage. We got armor, headshot damage, armor regen, and protection from elites. The talent is Headhunter. This is key. You cannot miss out on this. We got 1,250% cap from our last killing blows damage. On the rifle, we have 193%. On the TAC 50, which we're using to proc, we have 315%. All the other weapons are in a good place. In order to get this to chain kill using the rifle, you need to get your first kill with one of your heavier weapons like the TAC 50 and the Nemesis. So I whip out my TAC 50 or Nemesis, I get that first headshot kill using that, then I switch to my rifle. You now have to activate Determined. In order to do that, you just got to get one headshot kill. And so you get that headshot kill and then you're off to the races. You can shoot wherever on the enemy and you're going to kill them. Perfect for the Reanimated event. It's the ultimate build for the Reanimated event. You're going to be able to farm and get tons of XP and tons of red stars with all 5 directives activated, and you will be nearly invincible. So when I made this build, I reassembled it to make it as easy as possible for you to create without you having to farm difficult to acquire pieces. So the profit gives us pistol damage to targets out of cover is what I have on mine. We got 6 in the mag, 160 RPM, 295 base weapon damage, pretty low. And that's because I'm running all that armor. We have 2 million armor on this build. We got a 1.4 second reload, and this comes with perfect Determined. So after killing an enemy with a headshot, the weapon damage next shot landed on any enemy will be a guaranteed critical headshot, and that's why this one's working so well. Everything's a crit on the head, and so we're one-shot killing just about everything on the map except for named bosses. They're taking 1 to 2 shots depending on how tanky they are. The build has 2 million armor and 75% protection from elites, and each kill earns you a trophy that gives you 1.2 million in bonus armor. So you're running around with basically 3.2 million armor at all times, if not more, because we're stacking those trophies like crazy. So this build is perfect. We fine-tuned it. I love it the way it is. Okay, let's give it a go. So you're gonna need the Nemesis for the way that I have this created. Really, it's not like absolutely required, but what the Nemesis does is it helps charge up our chest piece talent, which is Headhunter, all the way to its cap, 1,250% in a single kill. And you can do that kill off of an elite right out of the gate. And so Reanimated is powering you up. Okay, as you can see, we're running the memento. It's the centerpiece for the build, and it's really important because we need that bonus armor so that we can run out of cover full time. We got 3 cores. I got protection from elites mod. Don't worry if your mods aren't perfect. They don't need to be. I have weapon damage, bonus armor, and skill efficiency, short-term and long-term buffs. You're gonna get 10% bonus armor per core. We got 6 of those. That's 60% bonus armor, 1.2 million in bonus armor per trophy with 3% armor regen. That's crazy armor regen. So that's before the memento. So this should be around 120,000 armor regen with the memento. And then your heals, this is gonna push to about 33,000, give or take 32,000. And then this is gonna be about 34,000. And that's how we get to 186,000 armor back per second. But you don't need all the armor back per second because you have massive amounts of resistance. And also the game mode Reanimated, which this build is finally tailored to, is giving you heals with that green cloud of smoke. Okay, for the mask, I got the chill out mask. It's giving us 5% total armor. We got armor regen, protection from elite mods, 2 of those. Again, don't worry about max protection from elite mods. Just go with whatever you got. Now, if you don't have the chill out mask, if you're a new player and you don't have this, that's fine. You can put a second piece of Bellstone here for 10% armor on kill, or you can run Uzina Getica with armor regen, headshot damage, and a protection from elites mod. Okay, the gloves is my one piece of Bellstone. I'm running this for that armor regen and armor, and more armor regen and headshot damage. You could also go with a little bit of weapon handling, but what you don't need is more damage on this build. I have the Murakami knee pads for 20% skill duration. I don't really need that, but it's a little helpful. Armor regen, and more armor regen. So this is a beautiful piece. But look, if you don't have the Emperor's Guard knee pads at all, or you don't have one that makes sense, put an improvised one down here. That's a great thing to run as well. So an improvised one looks like here. You got to go to the crafting bench to make these, and they don't come with a brand attribute, but what they do have instead is an extra mod slot. So if you don't need protection from elites on your knees because you're already at cap, then go ahead and put more headshot damage over there. So my holster is my one piece of improvised. I tried to minimize how much improvised gear this one has, just in case you're new to the game and you don't have these yet. But again, all you have to do is craft them. So you need armor regen, headshot damage, and protection from elites. And then the chest piece is Habsburg, and that's giving us 15% headshot damage, and it comes with an armor core, so you don't have to do crazy farming. This one has headshot damage and armor regen, which is perfect. And then I have my last final protection from elites mod. And of course, Headhunter, absolutely mandatory. This is capping a 1,250% damage from your last killing blows damage, and it has to be a headshot kill. So that's how we're able to run around and one-shot things. First, you use your high-powered rifle, whether you're using the TAC-50 or the Nemesis, doesn't matter, but one of the two. Get your first headshot kill with that. Then switch to your Prophet. Get a consecutive headshot kill with your Prophet, and from that point forward, you don't have to land on the head. And then I decided to go with Survivalist for that 10% protection from elites, and it's giving us that BB-8, and of course the fire grenades for spawn killing. And that opened up the slot for the knee pads, really, and that's where I stuck in my Murakamis. So on the pistol, we have 165% headshot damage, and on the Nemesis, which is also important, we have 221% headshot damage, and that's important because that's what's proccing our Headhunter to its cap, and then we're switching over to the pistol. You can also go with Sharpshooter and use your TAC-50 in case you do not have the Nemesis. All right, Bandidos, here's the third build. Enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the bell icon, because you know, YouTube algorithms and stuff. The grand tale of the 66 named weapons in the Division 2.
Did it, you guys. We're totally heroes.
All neatly ranked in a way that's absolutely not your typical tier list. When I started this, I was clean shaven. Now look at me, part bear, part Viking.
Follow me.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.